63, exhibited by the Ekka Angus stud from Killarney in Queensland. Second is catalogue number 55, Mundu Holly N7, exhibited by WG and JA Watt from Greencombe, New South Wales. And third is catalogue number 53, Bowenfeld Dual N11, exhibited by the Glenroy Pastoral Company in Kingaroy. Presenting the ribbons to our winners, Mr David Dance from Dance Angus at Glen Innes in New South Wales. And now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr Mackay.
Thank you. Look, a good class of Angus heifers here. Only 12 to 13 months old, and certainly size and quality no issue in these 4 females here. The heifer I've got on top, I just think is the most complete heifer in here. She travels well. It's very well set up through the rear end. As most of you know in the cattle business, most of the action happens in the rear end. And there you go. She's just the ideal combination of, for me, of frame size, plenty of length, the hind quarter on her, travels well, just a very stylish all-round heifer. Heifer on in second, slightly bigger frame heifer, probably just not quite as got the width through the pins and rear end to the heifer above her, but once again a lot of volume and broodiness in a heifer like that. Heifer in third place, very attractive pattern heifer, just not as free a mover as the 2 above her, but carries a tremendous amount of carcass and durability in it. Fourth heifer, just probably not quite the preparation of the ones above her, but still a very, very nice heifer, ideally set up in the teats, beautifully spine, sharp to the front end, just a good heifer.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the Angus ring we now move to the judging of class 63, Angus heifer, 14 months and under 16 months. There will be 3 entries in this class. There is 1 withdrawal, catalogue number 58 is withdrawn. So 3 entries in this class, Angus heifer, 14 months and under 16 months. 14 months and under 16 months. First is cattle number 56, Ruby Ridge North N6. It's exhibited by the Ruby Ridge Angus stud from Kinroy, Queensland. Second is catalogue number 57, K5X Zorel N47, exhibited by SB Hayward and K.I. Smith from Ottawa. Presenting the ribbons to our winners, Mrs. Webster. And now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. McKay. Now for his comments, ladies and gentlemen, our judge, Mr. McKay.
Well, easy to see what the Angus female is becoming the base for many herds all over the country. When you look at 3 females like these, ideally in frame size, frame pattern, plenty of thickness, plenty of length. When you look at all these Angus cows, you've got to admire what I think the muzzle and broodiness on these cows. If that first heifer wants to walk off. Once again, the first heifer, I think, just a combination of what I think sort of doing ability, easy structure. She's probably splitting hairs a little bit in this class, but she's still the freest mover in the class, I think. A lot of hind quarter. We've got to have a degree of carcass in these females without losing any femininity, and I think she's fairly well ideal in that regard. Heifer in second place, very, very good heifer as well. Lots to like about her. Ideal in the other placement, very sharp in that front end, but still carries plenty of capacity, plenty of hip. Heifer in third place, probably just a little flatter through that rear end compared to the 2 heifers above her, but once again, there's still a lot of thickness, a lot of volume. You watch her travel out there, she can walk for miles, that heifer, and without a worry in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McKay. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the judging of class 64, Angus heifer 16 months and under 18 months. There are 3 entries in this class. This is the penultimate class before we move to the judging of our junior champion heifer for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show. class 64, Angus heifer 16 months and under 18 months. First is catalogue number 62, Ruby Ridge New Angel N3, exhibited by the Ruby Ridge Angus stud from Kingaroy. Second is catalogue number 61, Black Diamond MS Shiraz N407, exhibited by the Pine Creek Angus stud from Cowra in New South Wales. Presenting the ribbons in this class is Miss Stephanie Flint from Croston, and she works with the Springvale Red Angus stud. Now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I had to have a couple of second looks in this class, but I've gone with this heifer on top here. I think there's just a little more hindcourt, a little more width in that rear end on this heifer. I like that strength of spine she's got. Just the ideal frame pattern to me, and I think this probably shows a little more stress resistance in my eyes than probably the two heifers in the class. Heifer in second place here, beautifully patterned heifer. Shows really well. I probably would just like to see a fraction more width in that hindquarter compared to the heifer on top there, but really a very hard heifer to fault, and just probably unlucky on the day, really. Heifer in third place, pretty much another copy of the heifer just went out in front of her there, beautifully patterned, lots of thickness, lots of width, ideal amount of bone, very breed looking heifer, and three excellent heifers, really.
Thank you, Mr. Mackay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we move to the next class, I should also just mention Stephanie Flint, who presented the ribbons in the last class. You'll get used to looking at her, because apparently she's on the front cover of the QCL this week. So many of us aspire to achieve that, Stephanie, and some of us are still waiting, so well done you. Ladies and gentlemen, we move to class 65, Angus heifer 18 months and under 20 months. There are 3 entries in this class. Following this class, we'll be moving to the judging of our junior champion Angus heifer for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show.
Sorry?
Which class is this? First of the seniors and last of the juniors?
No, last of the juniors.
Oh, God.
The next one's sort of the grand one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in class 65, Angus heifer 18 months and under 20 months. First is catalogue number 64, Bowenfell's Jetta's Pride, exhibited by the Glenray Pastoral Company from Kingaroy. Second is catalogue number 65, K5X Lisa M75, exhibited by SB Hayward and KI Smith from Allawa. Presenting our prize winners their ribbons is Lauren Garrell from the Queensland Rural and Industry Development Authority, and of course they were one of the major sponsors of the Rural Press Club breakfast this morning. Lauren heads up the marketing team there. Now for his comments on this class, our judge Mr Mackay.
Thank you. Yeah, only 2 heifers in this class, of course, but as in every other class this morning, a lot of quality and basically ideal types we've had all morning in the Angus females. If this heifer wants to lead off, and once again she's got that strength of spine, she's clean through the front end. As she walks away from you, you can see some width through there. She's size is not an issue in any of these heifers. They're all more than adequate in that department. I think she's just ideal. I like the setup through the rear end on her. Just an ideal female. Heifer in second, pretty much the same version as the one that just walked out. Probably doesn't quite move quite as freely in the rear end as the heifer above her, but once again, she's a good, strong heifer with a lot of good in her. junior Angus females here. I think you should put your hands together for the exhibitors of all these cattle there. They're a wonderful group. I hope you can see what I've tried to pick out for you here in these young females. There are 5 heifers I have out on top. Hopefully you can see they exhibit some correct structure. There's plenty of volume. You can see some heifers that are set up properly in the rear end. They travel well, their feet are good, and basically they're just what I consider to be ideal future brood matrons. The winning heifer today is number 64. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the junior champion Angus heifer for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 64, Bowenfell's Jetta's Pride M18, exhibited by the Glenray Pastoral Company from Kingaroy in Queensland. Presenting our championship ribbons in the heifer section is Marion Frame, formerly of the Basic Black Angus stud at Warwick. Ladies and gentlemen, our reserve junior champion Angus heifer for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 46, Bowenfell's Miss Kodiak N17, also exhibited by the Glenray Pastoral Company from Kingaroy. So congratulations to the Glenray stud, or the Bowenfell stud I should say, for both championships.
Are you going alright?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we move to the judging of the junior bulls in the Angus ring. We have class 66 Angus bull 8 months and under 12 months. There is one entry in the class, one withdrawal. Catalogue number 66 has been withdrawn. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in class 66, Angus bull 8 months and under 12 months. First is catalogue number 67, Acacia Newton N68, exhibited by the Acacia Angus stud from Killarney. Presenting the first place ribbon is Christine Dance from Dance Angus in Glen in New South Wales. And for his comments on our prize winner, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Yeah, thank you. Only one bull in this under 12-month class, but I think it's worth noting I think he's a young bull in ideal condition for this sort of classes. He's carrying just enough condition to let you see whatever he's got, but certainly not overdone. He's beautifully free moving, clean in those joints, and should remain so for some time without being too pushed, too overdone. But sort of a green calf with a lot of future in front of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the Angus ring, we now move to class 67, Angus bull 12 months and under 14 months. There are 3 entries in this class. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course the bulls have been scanned, and I can advise you, catalogue number 68 has a weight of 534 kilos, an average daily weight gain of 1.35, pH fat of 13, rib fat of 8, and an eye muscle area of 89 square centimetres. Catalogue number 69 has a weight of 676 kilos, an average daily weight gain of 1.69 kilos, fat depths of 16 and 10, and an eye muscle area of 104 square centimetres. Catalogue number 70 weighs 518 kilos for a daily weight gain, average daily weight gain of 1.29, fat depth of 11 and 7, and an eye muscle area of 86 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 67, Angus Bull 12 months and under 14 months. First is catalogue number 69, Dance Kingdom N46, exhibited by the Dance Angus Stud in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 68, Acacia Eric N12, exhibited by the Acacia Angus Stud in Killarney, Queensland. And third is catalogue number 70, also Acacia Eric, but he's number 4 from Acacia Angus Stud in Killarney. Presenting our ribbons is Kelly Brown from Veranda Angus Stud, and for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, clear performance stand out here at the top of the class. Certainly a big lump of a bull for 12 months old, but we still get paid by the pound at the moment, and this bull carries a tremendous amount of weight and still carries it well. Just watch him stride out, he puts his back foot where his front foot's been. He's strong enough in the head, he's clean in the front end, and just a tremendous amount of volume in that bull. Second and third bulls, very similar types of bulls. Obviously a little less preparation in these two guys, but lots of length when you look at them. Very sound reproductively in the testicles, sheath area, free moving bulls. Just an ideal sort of condition for the age they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the judging of Class 68, Angus Bull 14 months and under 16 months. There are 3 entries in this class. Angus bull 14 months and under 16 months. The scans on these bulls, catalogue number 71, weighs 674 kilos for an average daily weight gain of 1.46, fat depth of 12 and 7, and an eye muscle area of 105 square centimetres. Catalogue number 72 weighs 706 kilos for an average daily weight gain of 1.49, fat depth of 13 and 7, and an eye muscle area of 115 square centimetres. Catalogue number 73 weighs 588 kilos for an average daily weight gain of 1.23 kilos, fat depth of 10 and 7, and an eye muscle area of 97 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 68, Angus bull 14 months and under 16 months. First is catalogue number 71, Bowenfels Cobar N7, exhibited by the Glenray Pastoral Company at Kinroy. Second is catalogue number 72, Black Diamond 5R Kodiak N411, exhibited by the Pine Creek Angus Stud at Cowra in New South Wales. Presenting our ribbons in this class is Cassidy Ferris from the Seraph Angus Stud. And now for his comments on this class, our judge Mr. Kai.
Ladies and gentlemen, good class of Angus bulls here. Obviously we've got a couple of differing types here, or possibly two different ways of getting to the same objective. First bull I've put up here, very clean in his makeup, beautiful long bull, moved very freely. Bull in second place, obviously a real carcass bull here. Interestingly, weight per day of age on both bulls really identical, just two different ways of getting there. Probably, like, in my opinion, they've just gone for the smoother, longer bull, bit stronger in his spine, probably a little more ideal in his bone. Bull in second place, they really do have to admire the amount of thickness and carcass he can carry. Bull in third place, another smooth, well-made bull. Like all of these bulls, well set up in the undercarriage, feel for the testicles and sheath placement, and three excellent Angus bulls.
to Class 70. This is the final junior bull class in the Angus ring. So Angus bull, 18 months and under 20 months. There are 3 entries in this class and 1 withdrawal. So if you've got a catalogue, please withdraw catalogue number 77. 3 entries in this class. The scans for these bulls. Catalogue number 74 weighs 824 kilos for an average daily weight gain of 1.41, fat depth of 24 and 12, and an eye muscle area of 119 square centimetres. Catalogue number 75 weighs 858 kilos for an average daily weight gain of 1.48, fat depth of 18 and 10, an eye muscle area of 127 square centimetres. Catalogue number 76 weighs 794 kilos, an average daily weight gain of 1.31, fat depth of 15 and 9, and an eye muscle area of 120 square centimetres. Angus bull, 18 months and not over 20 months. First is catalogue number 75, PCJ157 Newsman N003, exhibited by the Pine Creek Angus stud in Cowra, New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 76, K5X Mango M77, exhibited by SB Hayward and KI Smith from Allawarra in Queensland. Presenting our ribbons to our winners, one of our Miss Showgirl entrants here at the Ekka, Miss Melissa Robertson. Melissa is representing the Central Highlands Chamber. She's from Clermont and she's a vet, and of course it's terrific to have Melissa here, and also terrific to have people working, back with producers in her role as a vet. Now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Gentlemen, a good class of Angus bulls here again. Bull on top. I think when you look at all these bulls, you've got to admire the Angus breed, the eye setting, the jaws on all these bulls. It really goes without saying. I haven't seen one of them that looks remotely not where you'd want it to be. But this bull on top there probably is getting close to what we're looking to get there. He's got the carcass in him, still keeps that set to his shoulder, carrying the right amount of bone, travels freely. Bull in second place, bull and third, they can both lead off. Very similar types of bulls. Once again, clean fronted, plenty of testicle, adequate bone. We're still keeping calving ease and performance in these Angus bulls. But once again, all the essentials in all these bulls, sheath, testicles, eyes, jaw, all exceptionally good.
Thank you, Mr. Mackay. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the judging of the Junior Champion Angus Bull for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show. The winner of the Junior Championship, in addition to certificate and sash, also receives a medallion sponsored by Angus Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting our junior champion, another one of our showgirl entrants is Georgina Bailey from Bow Desert in the Scenic Rim, representing Southeast Queensland Chamber. And when we move to the presentation of the reserve junior champion bull, that will be sat by Miss Claudia Campbell, representing Westmoreton and Brisbane, and Claudia is from Lowood. Ladies and gentlemen, for his comments on our junior championship, Mr. Mackay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was looking for the combination of structural soundness and a reasonable degree of carcass in these junior bulls, and I think I found it in this guy. He's got all the carcass attributes we're looking for at the moment, and he carries it well and is a very mobile, sound bull. I think his frame size is optimum for the industry today, and just a good, solid bull. You can see he looks like he'd go around that ring 10 times at the moment, the way he's going. With junior champion bull, obviously a little greener bull, a bit less preparation in him, but his weight per day of age is quite deceiving to look at him. But there's a beautifully structurally sound green calf there that I think that'll be in 12 months' time is going to be quite a calf. Thank you.
Now in heifer classes in the Angus ring, there are no entries in class 71. We move to class 72, Angus heifer 22 months and under 24 months. If you're following your catalogue, there's a number of withdrawals in this class, so please withdraw catalogue numbers 79, 80, 81 and 83. That leaves us with 2 entries in this class. There will be 3 senior Angus female classes today.
have to lift it up a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in class 72. Angus had for 22 months and under 24 months. First is cattle number
That's-
82.
That's right.
Mundu
And
Lea
I'll get you
29,
might be able
exhibited
to
by WG
pin it to there.
and JA Watt. And second is cattle
Let's
number
finish this last
78, my own More Than a Diva, M6, exhibited by Martin Nolan. Presenting our ribbons to our winners in this class. Miss Michaela Tapp, representing Central and Northwest Chamber here in the Showgirl Quest. Michaela is from Cloncurry, so she's probably got the points for travelling the furthest. And we welcome Michaela here and wish her every success in the competition. Now, for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this class you often get a cow calf and some without. Basically you got two cracking heifers here really, but it's pretty hard to argue with a 22-month-old, 23-month-old heifer with a calf like that on. Still maintains itself in good shape, perfect in the udder. Just an ideal young beef female and doing a cracking job on that calf. Heifer in second, a bit unlucky for her because she's a very, very nice heifer, and when she calves, which doesn't look that far away for her, is she's going to make a very attractive looking female as well. But if you watch that front pair walk out, there's a beautiful little set of hip on her, just an ideal cow.
There's two entries in this class. This is the penultimate class before we move to the judging of the senior champion Angus cow for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 73 Angus cow and heifer, 24 months and under 30 months. First is catalogue number 84, Bowenfell Special Steel M7, exhibited by the Glenray Pastoral Company from Kingaroy. Second is catalogue number 85, Acacia Mabel M4, exhibited by the Acacia Angus stud at Killarney. Presenting the ribbons to our winners, Miss Nikki Gibbs, and Nikki was the 2018 Sydney Royal Easter showgirl, and it's great that she's come to the great state. And we'd like to welcome Nikki and hope she enjoys the time here at the Ekka. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, two excellent Angus cows, and it doesn't get any easier with got two 2-year-olds here, both extremely productive, ideal frame-sized females. One with a set of twins, the other one doing a great job on her first calf. If the first heifer wants to walk out, she's just beautifully made through that front end. Got plenty of hip on her, strong with the spine, udder and teeth's pretty much perfect. And just very sound, ideal template for a 2-year-old cow, in my opinion. Heifer in second place. Looks like lot of stretch resistance, a lot of durability in this cow. Got the twins on her, doesn't seem to worry her too much. Once again, she's beautiful in the udder. Probably not quite as sharp in the front end as the heifer above her, but plenty good enough. And there's just that good broody look about cows that we like to see in our future breeders. Thank you.
When we move to the judging of the final Angus class, the 2018 Royal Queensland Show, Class 74, final Angus female class, Angus cow, 30 months and under 48 months. There are 2 entries in this class. 74, Angus cow 30 months in under 48 months. First is catalogue number 87, Bowenfels Kelsey K9, exhibited by the Glenray Pastoral Company from Kingaroy. Second is catalogue number 86, K5X Doris L8, exhibited by SB Hayward and K Smith from Alora. Presenting the ribbons in this class is Jess Johnson. Jess is a journalist for the North Queensland Register based in Townsville. This is her first Ekka, and of course we'd like to, we do appreciate the fact that Fairfax Media provides so much coverage to the Royal Queensland Show. We're still working on getting on the front page. Now for his comments in this class, our judge Mr. Mackay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, two excellent cows again, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. So basically, two young cows. Get a lot of difference in them age-wise, and very hard to put two good cracking calves on them. You have to get down to split hairs to try and separate these two, but we have to do it somehow. So I've gone with the cow on top, probably a slightly better udder placement on it. Gives me an indication. May have a little bit longer. Sets that udder there. She's still massive volume cow, plenty of power, plenty of beautiful bit of spine as always. Ideal in the feet, walks out well, good strong calf on her. Powerful 3-year-old cow here in second place. Good stout bull on her as well, but probably just if I had to split the two, I had to do it on udder quality, and that's why I've gone with the cow in front. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've now moved to the judging of the senior champion Angus female for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show. Following that, we'll have the judging of the grand champion female. At the conclusion of the grand champion female judging, we'll be having a 5-minute break. No more, only a 5-minute break, but just so you're aware of the time. Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen, that's a beautiful set of Angus females out there, so put your hands together for the exhibitors of those. Nearly everyone with a calf on them. One that hasn't is going to look pretty good when she does, I think. But the 3 cows in front, I think we've got a type established with these cows. There's plenty of length in there. Strong through the rear end, fine through the front end, which is how we like them. And I know in the interbreed things later on tomorrow, everyone likes to have a big blockbuster cow in there to partner with their bull, but today I'm going with number 82. I just think at 22 months with a calf like that on her, that's just the type of hard work and well-made, good cow that makes the Angus breed as popular as it is today.
Sorry.
Cow in reserve, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's about pretty much a copy of what this cow might look like when she's 4-year-old. Another cracking heifer calf on her as well, and just an ideal cow. You don't want them any bigger, but just that feminine, beautiful broody head on her, and 2 exceptionally good Angus females, as are all the females you see out here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion Angus cow for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 82, Mundu Leah M9, exhibited by WG and JA Watt from Glencoe in New South Wales. Our reserve senior champion cow is catalogue number 87, Bowenfell's Kelsey K9, exhibited by the Glenray Pastoral Company in Kingaroy here in Queensland. Presenting our senior champion cow with a ribbon, Miss Melissa Robertson, representing the Central Highlands Chamber in Stagel Crest. Melissa is a vet in Claremont. Presenting our reserve senior champion female with her ribbon, Miss Michaela Tapp, representing Central and Northwest Chamber. Michaela's from Clontarry. After the paparazzi have done their thing, we'll move to the judging of the Grand Champion Angus cow, or heifer, for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show.
Around average, just go behind with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we get to these stage of proceedings, it's often a case of potential over proven performance, which has probably been said about me a few times, but what you got to see here, you've got a beautiful heifer here that I think is basically ideal in every aspect of her. She's beautifully put together, shows the sort of art of development, looks like she's going to be good there. Got enough strength in her head and frame to indicate she's got probably a bit of power to breed you a bull or two. Then we've got the 22-month-old heifer here, just with a great calf on her, probably considering conditions most of us are facing these days, and what the ideal type of cow was that it can survive and thrive in those conditions. I think that might be number 82, and she's a grand champion female today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Champion Angus cow for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 82, Mundu Leah M9, exhibited by WG and JA Watt from Glencoe in New South Wales. Presenting our Grand Champion sash is Mr Mark Noonan from the Albert River Angus stud at Cedar Creek. Presenting the Elders Shield of Excellence, Mr Brian Kennedy from Elders Armidale, and it's great to have Brian back up here. To the Ekka, and we'd like to especially thank Elders for their ongoing sponsorship of the Royal Queensland Show stud beef section.
David. Shut this off.
Just put it on.
We've got about 3 classes of senior bulls before we go into the groups. Angus Bull, Senior Bulls. Our first class will be class 75, Angus Bull 20 months and under 22 months. There are 5 entries in this class. Because all the balls have been scanned. Catalogue number 88 weighs 726 kilos. An average daily weight gain of 1.16. Fat depth of 15 and 9. And an eye muscle area of 111 square centimetres. Catalogue number 89 weighs 896 kilos. An average daily weight gain of 1.41. Fat depth of 13 and 9. An eye muscle area of 130 square centimetres. Catalogue number 90 weighs 768 kilos for a daily weight gain of 1.2. Fat depth of 10 and 7. Eye muscle area of 119. Catalogue number 91 weighs 834 kilos. Average daily weight gain of 1.24. Fat depth of 23 and 14. And an eye muscle area of 126 centimetres squared. And catalogue number 92 weighs 824 kilos, for an average daily weight gain of 1.22, fat depths of 19 and 11, and an eye muscle area of 121 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 75, Angus Bull 20 months and under 22 months. First is catalogue number 92, Mundu Mustang M72, exhibited by WG and J.A. Watt from Glencoe in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 89, K5X Mentor M65, exhibited by S.B. Hayward and K. Smith from Allara. And third is catalogue number 90, Millhaven Maverick M1, exhibited by Martin Nolan. Presenting our ribbons is Chloe Plowman from the Ruby Ridge Angus stud, and now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First to the senior classes in the Angus bull line up here today, and a little bit of sorting out to do in these guys, but the bull I've got on top here I think is probably the best combination of performance and soundness in this group. He travels well, he's got some more than adequate performance, plenty of eye muscle. This free moving bull with a lot more potential left in him. Bull in second place, plenty of power there, just probably needs to, those feet probably just worry me a little bit on him. And probably favouring one hind leg just a whisker there, whether he's trod on something or done something, but bull with a lot of carcass and power in him, just got outwalked by the bull in front of him basically. Bull in third, very sound bull, doesn't have the performance of some of the others, but he gets there through his correctness and soundness. No point having bulls weighing 1,000 kilos with 140 eye muscles if they can't do much but stand there. So I think that bull's a good bull, plenty of softness in him, easy doing type, gets about. Bull in fourth place, same kind of bull. Once again, he's clean through that front end, plenty of testicle, smooth moving kind of bull. Bull in fifth place, plenty of performance, but just having trouble handling those legs today. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mackay. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the judging of Class 76, Angus Bull 22 months and under 24 months. There are 6 entries in this class, 1 withdrawal. Catalogue number 99 is withdrawn. The scans for the bulls in this class, catalogue number 93 weighs 902 kilos, for an average daily weight gain of 1.31, fat depth of 17 and 9, and an eye muscle area of 132 square centimetres. Catalogue number 94 weighs 1,084 kilos, a daily average weight gain of 1.55, fat depth of 21 and 14, an eye muscle area of 138 square centimetres. Catalogue number 95 weighs 924 kilos, with an average daily weight gain of 1.31, fat depth of 17 and 9, an eye muscle area of 127 square centimetres. Catalogue number 96 weighs 882 kilos, with an average daily weight gain of 1.23, fat depth of 18 and 10, an eye muscle area of 129 square centimetres. Catalogue number 97 is a weight of 936 kilos, average daily weight gain of 1.29, fat depth of 18 and 10, and an eye muscle area of 129 square centimetres. And catalogue number 98 weighs 944 kilos, an average daily weight gain of 1.29, fat depth of 26 and 13, and an eye muscle area of 132 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the penultimate class in the senior bulls in the Angus section. We have one more class after this and move on to our senior championship. bull 22 months and under 24 months. First is catalogue number 94, K5X Master Plan M47, exhibited by SB Hayward, K Smith from Allara. Second is catalogue number 98, K5X Mainstream M31, also exhibited by SB Hayward and K Smith from Allara. And third is catalogue number 97, Acacia Maxim M56, exhibited by the Acacia Angus stud. Presenting the ribbons in this class is Glenda Reeves from the Waiuna Angus stud at Stanthorpe. And now, for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Ladies and gentlemen, plenty of performance in this class. Lots of bulls here with tremendous amounts of carcass, eye muscle, weight. You know that they've all got it. Bull in front on top here, probably beautifully smooth to that front end. Lots of volume and depth in him. Still carries that weight pretty well. Gets about pretty well. Lots of lots of eye muscle in him. 138,034. Carries it well. Pretty good bull. Bull in second place, bull in third place. Basically identical con bulls. Just look at them. You could probably say the same comments on both of them. Once again, you're in the 130s or thereabouts eye muscle. You're in the 900s, and you're not yet 2-year-old. So you've got massive amounts of performance in these bulls. Still clean in their feet, legs, joints still good. Got that nice underline. We like all the tidy sheep bulls. Strong in that spine. Bull in third place, fourth place, sorry, but probably the most correct bull in the class there. Whether he's a little more extreme in his pattern for you, perhaps probably going to go into a bull that's probably a little bigger than perhaps we're looking to get it in an industry today. But a tremendously sound bull. Bulls in fourth and fifth, sixth. Once again, lots of muscle, lots of carcass, very sound, and it's really a tremendous class Angus bulls.
It's catalogue number 100, Acacia Magnus M20, exhibited by the Acacia Angus stud. The judge will reserve his right to comment. Will comment on this bull in the Senior Championship lineup, which is the class that we now move into. So, next class in the Angus ring, the Senior Champion Angus bull for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show. Ladies and gentlemen, for his comment on our senior champion, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Ladies and gentlemen, another strong line of bulls here. I think these 3 bulls on top will give us a fair indication of what we can get out of these bulls today. You got the first bull here, looks to me tremendously well put together bull. Carries a surprising amount of performance really for the profile he presents. Looks like a real carving inside of me, but still gives you plenty of performance. Bull in the middle, obviously a real powerhouse bull. Lots of tremendous amount of weight, tremendous amount of eye muscle, lots of tremendous breed character and overall volume to him. Bull in not only in 3rd place, but in the last of the senior classes. Once again, tremendously sound bull, beautiful through that front end, strong in the spine. He's certainly got plenty of performance and just a very well-made, sound bull. But today I'm going to go with number 94.
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion Angus bull for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 94, K5X Master Plan M47, exhibited by S.B. Hayward and K. Smith from Allara. Our reserve senior champion Angus bull, catalogue number 100, Acacia Magnus M20, exhibited by the Acacia Angus stud. Presenting our senior champion ribbons, this is Christine Dance from Dance Angus stud, Derek Glen Innes. And after this, we will move to the judging of the Grand Champion bull. And then we'll also have 3 group classes after that. The Grand Champion bull will receive the Eaton Webster Memorial Trophy. I'd like to thank Messrs. Ross and Greg Webster from the Sarum Angus Cattle Company for their sponsorship of the Eden Webster Memorial Perpetual Trophy. Grand Champion bull will also receive an Elders Shield of Excellence, and we'd like to thank Elders for their ongoing sponsorship of the Royal Queensland Show beef section. And Grand Champion will also receive a medallion and sash sponsored by Angus Australia. So, ladies and gentlemen, now judging the Grand Champion Angus Bull for the 2018 Royal Queensland Show.
Remember to get the body on the female and that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. A little bit more capacity through that rib cage, a little bit more capacity through that hind end, a little bit on that hip with a little bit more balance through that hind end. And that's probably what got you up today over the female, a really maternal female here in the reserve. A female that you really have to appreciate. A really easy doing type of type here as well. Maybe not quite the capacity through that rib cage and through that rib cage with the cow on top. Yeah, a wonderful lineup to battle off the back there as well. Really happy to come through that sacrifice. It's going to be an amazing
Ladies and gentlemen, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Ladies and gentlemen, these two bulls here, we've got the combination of good structure and carcass and performance that we're trying to find in British breed bulls these days, particularly the Angus breed, or any British breed we're looking to breed with at the moment. These two guys sound, get around well, lots of performance here. You got 850, 860 out of this junior bull, well over the ton on the senior bull. Just a good, strong individuals that are going to give you some lift the performance in your herd by a considerable margin. But today I'm going to go with probably the guy I think's the more freer moving, sounder individual, and that's your junior champion.
from the Sarum Angus Cattle Company to talk about the Eaton Webster Memorial Trophy.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate the exhibitors on their Angus actions, particularly the Senior Champion Bull. The other thing I'd like to say, it's 102 years in September since my father registered a duck brand and put the black pole bulls into the Sarum herd. And we've been breeding Aberdeen Angus ever since, and we're very proud to be here and helping donate the trophy of the late Eaton Webster Memorial Trophy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Webster, and congratulations on 100 years of continuous breeding. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Angus ring we now move to the judging of the group classes. And the next class will be Class 80, a pair of bulls. These bulls need to be aged between 8 months and under 24 months, bred and owned by the exhibitor. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 80, pair of Angus bulls. First is catalogue number 104, exhibited by the Pine Creek Angus stud from Cowra in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 105, team exhibited by S.B. Hayward and K. Smith from Alloa. And third is catalogue number 103, the team exhibited by the Acacia Angus stud from Killarney. Presenting our ribbons is Miss Jess Miller from Delulu in Queensland. Jess, part of the reason why she's here at the Ekka today is that she's has a scholarship with the Rural Press Club. Of course, the Rural Press Club had their Ekka breakfast this morning, of which there were over 700 people attend. And I think part of Jess's job is to actually write up a report about the breakfast and our speaker from Tees. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As this first pair walks out, you can see we're looking for obviously the typey pair of bulls here. Two junior bulls here, both sound-legged, strong fellows, plenty of carcass. Lots of thickness to them, ideal frame size and pattern to them, I think. Bulls in second place, a pair of big 2-year-old fellas here. Lots of power again, lots of thickness. Similar types between the two of them. We like to see, obviously we're looking for pairs, we're looking for consistency and a similar type. These two guys, once again, sound underneath. Lots of iron muscle, lots of power. A couple of calves here, I've got in third there. Obviously a couple of green calves, they haven't got a lot of preparation done in them, but all the basics and all the good stuff's there in them. Strong, plenty of testicle, lots of, plenty of frame, beautiful strong spine fellas, clean through the front end. Bulls in fourth here, another strong pair. Once again, similar type, probably of that later maturity pattern that depending on what your plans are, where you're at, may suit you, may not, but I think probably maybe just a little bit bigger than when they mature out, but I might think is ideal for the industry today. Otherwise, they're still a tremendously sound pair of bulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to Class 81, the breeders group in the Angus breed. Of course, the breeders group are 3 animals, both sexes to be represented, bred and owned by the exhibitor. This is our penultimate class for the day. Our final class following this will be the progeny stakes group. So, Class 81 breeders group.
Angus we're going to have in the ring today, so put your hands together for the exhibitors of all these breeders groups who've gone a lot of trouble to bring their cattle here for you to look at today. Mostly under trying conditions for most of them at home, I'd imagine, but it's a credit to the breed and a credit to these exhibitors for the quality of cattle that they've put up for you here today. Second last class of the day, so I'd like to thank all my ring stewards and thanks for getting all the cattle sorted. Thanks you to the RNA for having me here to officiate over the Angus. Thank you for hanging around to watch it, and I hope some of the things I've done have made a little bit of sense to you. But in this group of breeders group here, I'll go and pull out the your first, seconds and thirds. Your winning breeders group here, anchored by your senior champion bull, probably gets in there, of course, because they got a cow and calf at the back, which narrowly shades the group in second. Two cracking bulls, and a very sharp heifer, as is the case with the third group here. But probably as a breeders group, I've gone with the cow calf. It's a good cow calf unit that's not at the back of this lead group, and two good, strong, powerful bulls. Congratulations to the exhibitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result in Class 81, the Angus Breeders Group. First is catalogue number 106, the team exhibited by S.B. Hayward and K. Smith from Allara. Second is catalogue number 108, team exhibited by the Pine Creek Angus stud from Cowra in New South Wales. And third is catalogue number 109, team exhibited by Acacia Angus stud from Killarney. We now move to the judging of our final class, Class 82, the Progeny Stakes Group. That's 3 animals, both sexes to be represented, all progeny of one sire or dam, not necessarily owned by the exhibitor. Ladies and gentlemen, the result in Class 82, the Angus Progeny Stakes Group. First is catalogue number 111, the team exhibited by Glenray Pastoral Company, the team sired by PC Stainless Steel G169. Second is catalogue number 112, team exhibited by Acacia Angus Stud, sired by Shadwell Jaffa Eric N658. For his comments on the Progeny Stakes groups, our judge, Mr. Mackay.
Oh, the top group here, you have two cracking females, cars at foot, strong yielding bull there in front of them. Obviously, you'd be happy with the progeny of this particular bull throwing. He's obviously got some females there that are going to be keepers, and going to sire some bulls with plenty of performance and some carving ears in them as well. The bull group in second place, young group, very strong group as well. Probably just makes it a little bit harder when you don't have 2,000 calves in your team. Makes it very difficult to get on top of the opposition. But this is a very strong and a very typey group of calves with that particular bull, particularly that young female at the end is very nice. Two strong bulls, plenty of grow in them, and both exhibitors should be very proud of what those bulls are doing for them. Thanks again.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will now call on our steward in charge, Mr. Paul Cottrell.
Thank you, Craig. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the RNA, the Ekka ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank all the competitors for their effort today. It's fantastic, especially as the weather's starting to warm up and the judges starting to sweat. I'd also like to thank our judge, Andrew, for coming up all the way from Boggabilla. I hope he's had a good day. I'm sure everyone's very happy with the way he judged today. I'd like to thank all the public that attended and cheered on and all that as well. And I'd also like to thank my stewards that helped us work in the ring today. I was very grateful, and of course Country Life and Elders for all their support. And we got to the front page yet, Craig. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we kick off again back at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock this afternoon for the Speckled Parks, and also tomorrow, don't forget the Champion of Champions. So best of luck to the Angus tomorrow and the Champion of Champions as well. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.